Today we are going to talk about how to start working out or begin again after having a baby. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute, but it's 2020, like almost March of 2020. I'm 3 months postpartum and I feel like I'm ready to dive back in to my channel, make videos, and connect with you guys. I had my little Sophie girl who's a little fussy, which is why I'm wearing her, on November 11th, and it was very overwhelming recovering from labor and introducing a new member into your family and adjusting to that life is incredibly stressful. Adding on top of that, I have a 4-year-old, so just making sure he was okay and me being a stay-at-home mom, figuring out how to handle 2 kids and life with a newborn again, it was all a lot, but I'm back. If you're new here, my name's Jessica. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a personal trainer, and I really am passionate about sharing how fitness and healthy living can be tangible to anyone. You don't need a lot of equipment. You don't need a fancy gym membership. You don't even need expensive workout gear, although I love Lululemon. Today, I thought I would do a little coffee chat with you and give you my top 3 tips to start easing yourself back into a workout routine after you've had a baby. Now, I do want to preface this by saying definitely make sure that you talk to your doctor before starting any routine, specifically after you have had a baby. We're all different. We all had a different labor, a different pregnancy. We have different health issues, different recovery times. So I'm going to share with you what has worked for me these past 3 months. Tip number 1 is to go slow. Ease yourself back in very, very, very slowly for a few different reasons. Number 1, you just had a baby, girlfriend. Whether you had a vaginal birth or a C-section, your body went through so much. It went through a whole lot of changes in those 9 months that you grew that precious little one. And yes, it's natural, and yes, it's a part of the circle of life, but it's also a trauma to your body to give birth, and you need to take the time to recover. The trend these days is to just bounce back, and we see these pictures on Instagram of women who had a baby 3 weeks ago, and they're already like ripped abs, tight, skinny, low-rise jeans, heels, going out, partying, and I'm like, what? Huh? I don't feel like going out. Definitely don't feel like putting on low-rise jeans, and I don't look like that. It's not possible. Take that pressure off of yourself. For the first 6 to 12 weeks, I want you to do nothing but love on your baby, figure out your new family dynamics, rest as much as you can, which if you have another child, you already know that that's out the window. So if you're a first-time mom, definitely take the advice of napping when the baby naps and just recover. 6 weeks is standard. However, just because that's the norm does not mean that that's what's going to be right for you and your body. You might not feel ready to work out at 6 weeks. Your doctor might tell you no. And I know for C-sections, I believe it's 8 weeks for most women. Everybody's different. Every pregnancy is different. Once you have been cleared and you yourself feel ready to work out, I want you to go very slow. What worked for me was every morning when Sophie would lay on her little playmat, I would do some core repair moves, and I'll link a video here. These were very, very gentle, very slow, and very deliberate moves to kind of help strengthen my core. While I did not have diastasis recti, that separation of your abs, my core felt and still feels really, really weak. So I did very slow, very deliberate moves. If you're like me, I had a very strong core before I got pregnant. And I felt like my core was still pretty muscular while I was pregnant, but that went out the window after I gave birth. I had to know and remind myself that it's very small baby steps. After about 5 or 6 weeks, and I started getting into a little bit more of a groove with Sophie, my body started feeling better, I started to do quick workouts, about 20 minutes max, 3 times a week. If I missed a workout, or if I, thought, okay, on Wednesday morning I'm gonna wake up and work out, and I had a really rough night with her on Tuesday night, I didn't work out on Wednesday, and I didn't beat myself up about it. You're not getting any sleep, right? Like those first 3 months are so hard with a newborn, and you are sleep deprived, doesn't even begin to explain how you're feeling. It's exhaustion. Sometimes you need to just give yourself a break and realize that that day it's not worth it. So tip number 1, again, ease yourself into it. Tip number 2 is use someone else for inspiration. What do I mean by this? If you've been following me on Instagram, or if you've been following me here for a while, you'll know that about 99% of my workouts that I do, I've created for myself. It's why I started my channel. I love sharing my workouts. I think it's super fun, and it's a fun creative process for me. However, going back to tip number 1, being sleep deprived, I don't have the energy right now to make up my own workouts. So what I've been doing, and I'll link them below, I have 2 channels that I found on YouTube that have been my inspiration. I love their channels. I don't have to think about anything. I get a really, really good workout in. Another suggestion I have if you want inspiration is there's plenty of inspirational, amazing, strong women on Instagram that share their workouts. Just bookmark them, save them. Only look at at-home workouts because you know you're not leaving the house for a while. And whenever you feel like you have the time, pull out your phone and do one of their workouts. Use someone else's inspiration as motivation for you. So tip number 2, get on your phone, get on YouTube, find somebody that inspires you, find a workout that looks fun, and do that. Don't think too hard about it, girlfriend. And tip number 3 is to progress and hold yourself accountable. So I just talked about giving yourself a break if you had a rough night, the baby didn't sleep, you missed a workout, no big deal. Once you get to about 3-4 months, and every baby is different and every mama is different, but you're going to start to get on a routine and on a regimen. So the way that it's worked for me is committing to myself is Sophie normally wakes up around 3 in the morning for her last middle of the night feed. If you've been following me for a while, you know I wake up at a super early time. I normally wake up at 4, which is kooky, I know. But for me, what I do is after that last feeding, I just stay up. Instead of the feed finishing at about 3:20, me cleaning out the bottle, cleaning out my breast pumps, putting her back down. Okay, it's 3:30, let me go back to sleep for 30 minutes, and then I just wake up and I'm more exhausted. So I will just stay up, have my coffee, relish in my quiet time before my kids or my husband wake up, and then I work out. So I don't go back to bed until after that last feed. That might not work for you. You might think I'm wacko. Totally get it. Maybe it's after your baby's first morning feed. Maybe they have a bottle or they nurse at around 9 in the morning and your other kids are off at school, or you are still on maternity leave, or you're a first-time mom and you don't have any other kids that you have to deal with and worry about. Put the baby down for his or her nap, or put the baby in the swing and do a workout. It doesn't have to be long. I'm not talking about 45 minutes or an hour. I'm talking 15, 20 minutes. Get in a good sweat session and you're done. And hopefully your baby naps longer than 45 minutes. It's terrible. And you can go on about your day. Shower, blow dry your hair, maybe put on a face mask. Don't do laundry though. And don't do the dishes. Those can wait. You can baby work, do those. Do something for you while your baby sleeps. So tip number 3 is progress slowly, hold yourself accountable. Okay guys, there you have it. Those are my top 3 tips for getting back into a workout routine after you've had a baby. More videos are to come. One of the reasons that I think I have kind of slowed down on my uploads is I'm gonna shift the channel a little bit. Still is going to be very fitness centric, very mom centric, but in my next video, I'm gonna go into a lot more detail. I hope you guys liked this video. If there's a new mom in your life that is looking for some inspiration or a sense of community, please share this video with her, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.